Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. We are at the SFR GT Challenge, the final season of GTS, and I am so happy to be here with my partner, PX7 Rodrigo. It has been 1 year, maybe a little bit more, since we have gotten together, and we have our final season of GTS before GT7 comes out, and we are at Red Bull Ring. How are you doing tonight, Rodrigo?
Hello, Rocky. Yes, I am incredibly excited, honestly. It's been a while. This is the game that started absolutely everything for us. This is how we started SFR, and yeah, we've all come together for one final season. I think everyone is pretty excited, and we've got a schedule of 3 real tracks, I think, and 2 original tracks that make this game so creative and great. And yeah, we've got a pretty stacked field, and we'll be bringing you the races live, and I am really excited to do this. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yes, indeed, me too. Jar Jar in the chat already, a teammate. We have some different levels of talent in here. It's one division, so yeah, I really want to get things underway, and without further ado, Rodrigo, we should get things started. If you want to let them know that we're going to start in about a minute or so. And until then, welcome in, everybody, again. So pleasure to have you all here. We have, like I said, we have some really fast drivers in here, and we have drivers that have been at SFR before, some new drivers, but most of the field are some familiar names and faces, and we wanted to send GTS off in the proper way before GT7 actually comes out. So this will be a 6-round season, and yeah, 6-round season, and like we said, we're excited. But without further ado, if everybody's pretty much ready, we will actually get things underway right now. Now, just to let our viewers out there know, Rodrigo and myself are the only ones that could possibly call a red flag. But let's hope that there is no red flag situation. So sometimes a few people have been having some internet issues, so this is a grid start. All the races will be a grid start. So let's hope nobody gets stuck on the grid. But yeah, Rodrigo, we're going to get things underway right now, everybody. So let's start it off. Yep. Down to the countdown.
All right. Here we go.
Good luck, Cody.
For the first time in the final season.
Yeah.
Alright then. So we are doing 28 laps around the Red Bull Ring, as you can see. 4.7 kilometers, and pretty short run down to turn 1. As you can see, J-Mac got pole, but he'll have a close challenge from Sosa into turn 1, Nicky Lauda curve, and then best overtaking opportunity, turn 2. So somebody will be looking to have the momentum and to lead the way from lap 1. So here we go then. No lights yet. Here we go, they're revving out, and we are off. Looks like a decent start from Sosa. He should be getting closer. Here we go, they are... Nope. J-Mac goes unchallenged in turn 1. Bipolar tried a bit of a move there, and Girsa tucks in behind the Pyro, who has lost some position. Great start from Girsa. I think she started about P6, and looks like J-Mac is clear at the front. And why is that? That's because Sosa is on the hard tire, so he's looking to do something different with the strategy.
And we have a little bit of a battle in the back between Spec and LJ. Those supers are not the best off the line as everybody tries to fall into place. Got J-Rod and Magic Man as well. It's worth mentioning that we did lose Tucho for internet connections. And Girza, she makes a move up the inside. What a move on Sosa to take the final podium position at the moment. As you mentioned, Sosa is on hards.
Yeah, great job. Girza is also on medium, so she has tried something different at the start. So is Bipolar, and J-Mag from pole, he has a clear track ahead, so he went for the sauce. And yeah, those supers, as you mentioned, they started at P5 and P6, and now they are down to P9 and P10. So not the greatest of start for teammates, but they'll be looking to bounce back at some point.
And Sosa is getting railed in pretty quick here. I'm sorry I have to do that. Sorry, chat. Sorry, stream. I had to do that for a second. But yeah, Sosa is getting railed in pretty quick here. As you mentioned, he's on the racing hards. We take a ride on board with him. And there goes Hoodie.
Yeah, Hoodie down the inside of the Mustang, side by side into turn 2, Remo's corner, no, Daisy's turn 2, and then the next one is turn 3. Best overtaking opportunity, and yeah, some guys making some moves up there. And yeah, good move. Oh, at the back, P10 and P11. Actually, for P11, J-Rod, Little Mac pretty close together, and looking good up there.
Yeah, J-Rod, Little Mac, Magic Man, these are guys that have all battled in the past. Field is still relatively close. We'll go check back in. You got the teammates for Rockafella. RJ is a new teammate. We have somebody saying they couldn't move on the green.
Looks like we should call a red, I think. Since it's not even lap 2.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Rod.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. We had a decent start, but yeah, a little bit late to call a red, but we should have noticed.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. J-Mag's got to be pretty upset about that. It's just one of those things, everybody. Unfortunately, sometimes, like we said, sometimes indeed they, if they just enter up real quick, we'll have everybody back in line. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have him rejoin the lobby, see if his issues are fixed. Or I think he's rejoined already. That's right.
Yep. So we'll go through this. We wanted to have this set up for you the right way. Okay. Yep. We are set. So we will let them know that we are to pick the compound and re-enter.
1 second, we gotta have him rejoin the lobby because he didn't leave at first.
Who's that? LSE?
Yeah, I think so.
I see him in. I see him.
Yeah, he's there. Okay. So remind me again. Firstly, I'm sorry that we gotta do this, but it happens sometimes. We'll be racing the full distance pretty soon.
Yes.
But
yes.
How many reds can we call?
The maximum is 3.
Okay.
Sorry about that, everybody out there, our viewers. It's one of those things that sometimes happens. It's people from all around the world. Well, you know, in this case, only Rodrigo, but around the country, and it does happen occasionally on the server. So everybody is in. So we are going to get things going once again right now, and that will be that. And here we go.
All right then, here we go.
Yes.
Again, hopefully for the last time. And yeah, final once more.
And there it is, by the way. We're on Rockafella Racing. We will post this stuff to Facebook, our Facebook channels as well after the live race. So you can check us out there as well. And let's see what these vets can do one more time, and hopefully Girza, let's see if she can get the same start in the Merc.
Yeah, we didn't make rules about this, so people have changed compounds after the first start. Sosa is on the mediums, so he got a little bit swallowed before. Now he would be looking to make a better start. And off we go, and now Sosa looks like he might be jumping into the lead. That's a pretty good call to change tires. Side by side with J-Mag and a little bit of contact. Nope, they make it.
I believe LSE is stuck again.
Well, in the meantime, we're still free wide into turn 3 almost, and J-Mac holds the lead. Girza gets up to P3. All of these guys on the mediums.
Yeah, that's a big deal. LSE has bowed out. I think, unfortunately, LSE is having some internet issues. Girza, she makes a move again on Sosa. Almost the identical spot. So it doesn't look like too much has changed, Rod.
Yeah, except for Bipolar, who was charging for P2. As we said, Sosa did change compounds. He started on the hards, and now he is on the medium tires. So he thought he got a little bit swallowed earlier because he was on the hards, but now he has changed strategy. So I think that's pretty clever. Girza started P5, and now she is up into P2. So pretty good.
Yeah, and beautiful Phoenix livery, your team, PX7, they make great liveries, and of course J-Mag as well, our livery maker, Magic Man, team captain, as you see Spec, and LJ, I believe Spec has suffered slightly, they have switched spots there off the line here, so... Yeah.
That's right, but I think they are further up than before because they were P9 and 10, now they are P8. Oh, look at Juice makes a move down the inside, he gets ahead of the Pyro. That was a little bit of a dive, that was a great move, pretty tight on the apex. Now Juice is on the front, so Juice is looking to catch the guys ahead. Most of them are on the mediums except for J-Mac, who got started on the top tires again to check out. But yeah, in the meantime, Sosa has re-overtaken Girza, we did that, so our apologies, but yeah, pretty action-packed. Now Juice for P6 goes down the inside of Sepai, and he seemed to have backed out. Ninja is trying to make a move around the outside, and yeah, look at this back, looking pretty difficult to keep up for the first few laps.
Yes, it is indeed, I don't want to miss any of the action, and being that we had to restart, I have to exit just for a slight moment and come back, and we will be back on track with everything right there. So look at this here. Look at this with Hoodie. We go on board with Hoodie here in that Mustang, his favorite car, but he's got a Corvette and a Trail breathing down his neck here.
Yeah, the two Corvettes, then a Supra and another Supra. So yeah, they are tag teaming against the only Mustang
super wide. That was, Spec. I believe, Spec.
Yeah, Spec lost a lot of time, and Magic Man has decided to bump draft there, so they are working together as teammates.
Yes. And Rod, it is worth mentioning that the compound rule, as you see J-Mag back in the lead here, almost 2 seconds already, as Sosa wound up getting Girza, he got Girza back. But it's worth mentioning the rule that the drivers have to run a minimum of 5 laps on the racing softs and the racing hard tires.
Yes, that is correct, and that is an element of strategy. And so the drivers, most of the drivers not in the lead, as you can see, deciding to not start on the softs like Sosa or Girza or Bipolar. Those guys will be looking to get Maverick later on in the race, who is now 2.5 seconds ahead. So
Love
I
Juice
think he made the right choice.
Love Juice with a great move on Hoodie there. Hoodie's ran wide, and now he might be compromised with Sephiroth, and he has LJ right behind him as well.
The two Corvettes get around. Maybe LJ tries to take advantage. No, he thinks better of it. So, if I lose on the exit and look at regains a position, I guess.
Yes, this is going to be a battle here. This is very evenly match-paced drivers, and
comes the LJ down the inside. Teammates leaving each other a lot of space, and LJ is through. No. Sefa is going back at him on the exit side by side down into turn 4. Looks like LJ has the slipstream for Woodcat ahead, and he has the inside. He has the preferred brake now. So we go. He brakes really late. He has outbraked the LJ, and the LJ, fair play, he leaves a lot of room on the outside and didn't push his teammate wide. That's great to see. Great racing.
yes, it is. And Bugs in the house. What up, cuz? Thanks for joining, everybody. And I'm sorry, Rick. We are sorry. Rick is LSC. He got stuck on the grid. So Spec 1 making his way back up, trying to get hooked onto the back of the pack ahead of him because he does not want to lose them. Magic a little bit behind. You have J-Rod from RWB and Little Mac as DNA team member. Maverick here. He is just...
Sorry to cut you off. Hoodcat gets really loose out of the final corner. Looks like Sepai and Spec. No, LJ looked to take advantage, and he has lost 2 positions. He was lucky that he didn't hit the wall. That was a pretty good save. But he got hooked up into the curb and paid the price.
And he did run wide last lap. They almost got him there, and Sep ran wide at T1 last lap and didn't have it. LJ going for a move up the inside on his teammates. These guys are battling tough, but leaving each other room.
Sepai has it. Great race.
Yes. Now what this does, as we all know, as these guys continue to fight, that just allows drivers like Love Juice here. Gearza, she's pulling away in the Merc. She's coming up on the back of Bipolar here. Let's go on board with Gearza. Take a nice look at this Merc from the inside here.
Yeah, she's trying to keep in the toe. I don't know if they are trying to battle so much right now because they are on their slower compound and only the first wheel out. But I think Gears at some point she had overtaken Sosa and was up into P2, but now he's back down to P4. But he's keeping up with Bipolar, and Bipolar they go into the pit lane. Okay, they are done their medium compound.
Yes. Does anybody else follow them? So they get off the mediums. Love Juice stays out. Sosa stays out. Sephiroth stays out. LJ out.
Yeah, now this is gonna be when it gets really interesting because now Bipolar and Gearza have a choice, which is do you want to switch to the hards and be done with the slower compound, or do you want to switch to the soft and try a bit of an undercut against Maverick? It's gonna be on slightly more on soft by now. That'll be interesting to see. And Gearza gets out ahead of Bipolar.
This is interesting
side
here.
by side now. Okay, Gearza is on the hards and Bipolar is on the soft. I don't think Gearza might be looking to battle him that much, but we'll see.
Well, it looks like
side by side. Yeah, she's got it done.
Oh,
great! Great like by Bipolar. He looked like Gearza had it, but Bipolar just went underneath. That was a great race.
Indeed it was. And it looks like the Team Phoenix for Gearza had a phenomenal pit stop because she came out ahead of Bipolar. So we could expect Bipolar now being on the soft tires to actually pull away a little bit, but this is where it mixes up strategy tremendously here. So let's get back onto the leader here and see. Sosa is now 4.5 seconds behind J-Mag, both in the Corvette.
Worth to point out, Sosa looks like he's trying something different because he hasn't hit it at the end of lap 5 to switch out those mediums. So fair play to him. He's clearly the best medium runner of the field. And I'll say that on the grand scheme of things, 4 seconds isn't that much of a gap. So we'll see what he can do later on.
Yes, and that's exactly right, Rodrigo. And look at this. We have these teammates, Sephiroth and LJ. 2 of the newest Rockafella Racing team members.
Oh, Sepai a bit out into the corner. Can LJ take advantage? Doesn't look like it right now.
And we got a pretty good onboard shot of that from the rear of the vet. As you can hear this vet scream, it sounds so beautiful. But this is going to be interesting to see what happens here between both of these drivers, and Spec 1 is not too far behind, so it seems like maybe they are working together here. And like I said, Love Juice is doing really well, holding on to that final podium position at the moment.
Yeah, Love Juice, I think he started about P8, P9, but he put on those soft tires, and looks like it's paying off. He has made up a lot of positions in the start, so looks like that's paying off for him. But we'll see later when he has to switch to the hards or the mediums.
Yes, we shall see. We shall see. Now, I can't answer this question, but I don't know how many laps you can get out of the soft tires here. Now, for everybody at home, the tire wear is on ×5 and the fuel is ×2. So they will need to take fuel. They should need to take fuel. But we'll see. We'll see how many laps they can actually get out here. And Maverick is just running a flawless race here right now. Maverick is really on point, and you got to give credit to Sosa as well. So we have three vets. Actually, we have 4 vets. Oh, there's a move up the inside now by LJ. Can the Supra outdrag the vet? And look at Spec lurking in the background. They're rocking the St. Jude's charity liveries that we had, and Sepp cuts him back off.
Oh, he goes in pretty hot again, but yeah, he has it. Good job.
Let's take a look here. Spec is only now Spec 1 is only under a second behind now. So this is something, although they're teammates, this is something that those guys probably did not want to see, because Spec had a little bit of an issue back there. Let's take a look at Magic Man. Magic Man is not too far off either. So they're just doing pretty good here. And we have J-Rod in 8th place right now, still staying out.
So we know that lap times are everything in racing, I guess, and right now Maverick and Sosa running pretty similar lap times, so it looks like those medium tires are coming alive now, as the soft really aren't. Sosa has been holding the same pace, while Maverick's sauce has been dropping off ever so slightly, but right now by over a second a lap, Bipolar is the fastest man on track. So yeah, he started on those medium tires and he's gaining on both Maverick and Sosa, so we'll see how that plays out for him.
Yes, as we just go through the field here, as we get an update on Hoodie. And keep in mind, Girza, 6 seconds. She's 6 seconds in front of Hoodie, and she already made her pit stop with Bipolar. But they took different compounds, so that's going to play interesting. And then we have Little Mac, and credit to Little Mac, because Little Mac has been a lot of ACC. I don't know how much GTS he's been playing, so it's very hard to switch between both platforms. So let's see. It's a long race and not close to over yet, so we shall see what happens here. Thank you, GT45 Gaming, another teammate in the house.
Yeah, we shall see what happens indeed, but right now I'll suggest we look at P4 again, because it looks like the closest battle on track. Cephai, Ninja, and Spec 1. Oh, Ninja runs wide for the final corner. Here we go, side by side between the two teammates. The same livery, as you said, from the St. Jude's charity event, and finally Spec has made up a position on this train. He's looking pretty fast indeed.
Yeah, he is indeed, and that I said it a couple laps ago. That is not what those two drivers wanted to see, because we all know Spec's talent, and as you can see, he is pulling on LJ after that pass, and he is now closing in on the next teammate. Let's go on board with the Supra here.
Yeah, these 3 guys going together, and Spec had fallen down to P10 at the start, and now I think he has been overtaking some cars, so yeah, looking pretty good for him right now. He's on the medium tires, and some guys looking to go long on the medium, so that's pretty interesting. Some guys only doing 5 laps and others doing way more than that, as you can see. So Girza right now, she's at the 5th lap of his hard tire stint, so I think she'll be looking to box this lap, because those hards are, as you can see, he's lost 8 seconds to Bipolar. They were both running together when they came out. Girsa was actually ahead for a while, so.
And now Bipolar is going to be coming up on Magic Man and J-Rod, who obviously Bipolar is going to have the pace on newer tires, and
just to cut you off, Spec made a move on Cephai on the same place that he made a move on LJ the previous lap, so he has got 2 positions in pretty much a lap, so yeah, he's looking fast right now on the Supra, finally gaining some momentum.
Yes. Oh, look at this. We going in 2 wide into T1 with Magic Man, J-Rod, and Bipolar behind. Ooh, Magic gets a little bit out of whack. Now Bipolar is going to have the inside for sure. Look at all that green.
Here we go, side by side into turn 3. He has outbraked him, but he checks up a little bit behind the J-Rod. J-Rod runs wide and he slightly, looks like Magic Man is gonna make the double. He's gonna get back at both of them. Here we go. I think he's got him. Is he clear? Is he clear of Bipolar? Looks like he's ahead. But Bipolar soft tires goes back down the inside. No contact. Here we go. Still side by side. It is great to see. And Magic Man, he was P9, but even though he lost the position, now he comes out of this P8. So great racecraft. Good job by him.
Yeah, it was. That was great racing. I think Magic Man realized that he's on older compound, older tire, so he knows he had to get out of the way. As we have Sosa pitting on the mediums and Maverick pitting on the softs here. I don't want to lose sight of this battle though, but we'll see where they come out. It looks like Love Juice and Spec have both jumped them here.
I think Bipolar should be pretty damn close to them, and he's at the same pit stop as them, so it looks like Bipolar is gonna be really close with Sosa. There I say he might be ahead, and yeah, he has some kind of damage that we'll see how that plays out later. And Sosa on the hard tires right now, so he'll be running soft for the rest of the race, and we'll see.
And
he'll
Maverick
be playing a little bit of catch up.
Yeah, and Maverick has come out now behind LJ on fresh tires. And is LJ going to give the inside up? I think he's going to concede that. And now this is where things get a little interesting. Cold tires right out of the pits for Maverick. You got to be careful. And now Maverick is going to have to work his way through some traffic, as you see in the distance there. Sephiroth and the Vet and Spec 1 pulling that gap on Sep ever so slightly. But this is interesting for Maverick now to see what he will do. And I think he's hoping that one of these, if not both of them, actually box him. But they are not doing that right now. So Maverick will have to work his way through.
No, Spec into the pit lane. And also Juice, our current race leader, he's also into the pit lane. 12 laps on those soft tires. So yeah, he's made them work.
Yes, he has, and there you go. Maverick has now gotten back the lead and is a full pit cycle, I believe, ahead of Sephiroth. But that gives Sephiroth and LJ now on different strategies for teammates here. So LJ stays out, Spec went in. That promotes Bipolar back up to 4th, Sosa back up to 5th, and they're within striking distance of each other here. Very close, and you look behind us here again, with, as always, as it's always been through all the years, Magic Man and J-Rod. Magic Man up the inside. What a move by Magic Man. That was a sweet move.
Yeah, J-Rod ran slightly wide there, and Magic Man was quick to take advantage. Neither of these guys have hit it yet, but I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, they're having their own little race together, and Girsa, who pitted on lap 5 for the hard tires, still going on those hard, so I think she's looking to do a different strategy out there, so we should keep an eye out.
Yeah, and the thing is, you know, as we see...
Oh, here we go. Bipolar, P3, P4, here we go. Side by side, and looks like LJ doesn't really want to fight it into that corner. LJ looks like he's coming into the pit lane, and yes, 13 laps on those mediums, and now he's had enough of them, and we'll see what he picks now.
Yes, and let's go. Look at this here. Sep goes defensive.
Oh, he let him by.
He did let him by. Yeah, he did let him by. So
yeah, I think. Go ahead.
As we wait and see what happens here, Magic Man and J-Rod are still battling each other like crazy. Is J-Rod going to go for a move in here? It's a very famous passing corner here. J-Rod content to just stick behind them right now. They have to be careful though, because as you said, Girza, she's not far behind, and she's stretching those racing hard tires a bit more. So, as you can see, that beautiful Merc in the distance. I think J-Rod and Magic Man are smart enough to know, and they've known each other's racecraft wise, to say, let's try and work together a little bit here. It's it's going to come down to the pit cycle. These guys are about the same pace, so. As I say that, they're making a liar out of me as J-Rod looks, sticks a nose up front.
Here he goes. Ooh, Magic Man ran incredibly wide there. They're leaving each other a lot of room, so that's great to see. But J-Rod has it back. Now, Magic Man was close into the braking zone, but looks like he couldn't make anything happen as Cephai goes into the pit lane. First pit stop of the day, I think. Magic Man also, I think, first pit stop.
Yeah, so we will see how this plays out as J-Rod stays out here. Let's get you an update from the leader here. As Bipolar has closed that gap. It could have been because Maverick was in a little bit of traffic working his way through. Bipolar is on those softs. Remind me again, Rodrigo, what compound is Maverick on?
Maverick is on the racing mediums. He started on the racing softs, and now he's stretching those mediums. So also Bipolar started on the mediums and changed to the soft, but I think the spanner into their works here, and they are all gonna come together in the end. It's gonna be Sosa, because Sosa started on the mediums and now he's using the hards, and he's not really far away from these two, so that's gonna be interesting towards the end.
And there you go. The gap is 3 seconds either way for the podium here and the win. So you got 3 seconds for the plus for Maverick, and Bipolar's got 3 seconds, roughly 3.5 to 4 seconds on Sosa. So it's going to be very close. 3 Corvettes, and actually J-Rod in the Lexus, and Harrod's fourth. And
Bipolar coming in.
Bipolar is coming in right now. Let's see what happens here. Let's see what Bipolar takes.
And also J-Rod coming in. Girza is gonna be promoted back up to P3, I think, and she's still stretching these hard tires ever since lap 5, so that's 10 laps on those hards. That's a pretty interesting strategy, and yeah, she's trying something different, and that's it.
Yeah, she's doing a great job on those racing hards, and Bipolar comes out on the hards now.
Let's see where he is right now on the track. He is P6, so still way up there on.
Still in a really good position for Bipolar here, as we take a look at Love Juice here, who is now closing in on Spec, who Spec is closing in on Girza. We'll see what she does, Girza. Will she decide to get off those racing hards, realizing that now she's getting reeled in a little bit? But either way, I think she's in a really good position here.
Yeah, I think so too. She might be around P3 because someone like Bipolar, he wouldn't do 12 laps on the hard side, I don't think, so he'll want to pit for the softs again, but we'll see how that plays out. Actually, Spec on the soft tire now, he is catching up to Girza, as Sosa, I'm pretty sure we're trying to read the strategies out here, but Sosa has just made his final stop of the day, so he's pitting off those softs. He's only 7.6 off from Maverick, and he's blasting till the end with those soft tires, he's gonna be pushing pretty hard towards the end.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be interesting to see.
Yes, so Sosa, as you said, will be on the racing softs to the end. He tops off with fuel, as you can see right there on the leaderboard. And Spec...
He's coming out behind Steffi and LJ.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. So LJ wound up getting back in front of Seth. We must have missed that, but now you have Sosa on the softs, so...
If I back down the inside of turn 3, they leave each other room and looks like LJ has a slightly better exit. Sefi is still side by side, I think, down into turn 4. Here we go, another great overtaking opportunity into Schlossberg. Interesting corner. Oh, Sosa on the inside of both of them! Eagles is pretty hot, but they're still free wide. This is great race. Wow, I didn't expect that at all. He went so hot in there. He wants no time. He has no time to waste. He's now on the soft tires, and he says, "Get out of here! I gotta go catch Maverick." Wow, unbelievable move.
That's exactly what Sosa said. What a move! Really deep on the braking, very deep on the braking, and those vets are known to brake very well. But Sosa on those soft tires, no match, as Sepp can't compete with that. As we have Girza, she's in the pits now, so she will be on softs the rest of the way through on her way home, and we'll see where she comes out. But this is going to be very good for her. So she's looking to run 11 laps on the softs, and she'll be able to get that done, I think, no problem.
I gotta say, that was unbelievable from Sosa. He has been doing a pretty good job today, and he is still P2, but towards the end, Maverick is gonna be on the hards and he's gonna be on the soft, so he's gonna be trying to chase him down. So that could be pretty interesting for him.
Yes, now, Gears, she comes out behind Hoodie and behind J-Rod, as Hoodie had a little bit of slip up in the beginning, but he's on his best lap right now, and he's closing in on J-Rod, and J-Rod had pulled away from Magic Man, but I believe they are on completely different compounds here, as we'll look to see. Hoodie going for a move. It's got that Mustang against Lexus American power, and he gets the move done. Great move there.
Yeah, Hoodie back ahead of J-Rod. J-Rod is on the hard tires right now, so I think he's gonna be going at the end. He's gonna be switching to the softs, and Hoodcat is on the soft tires, so these two might come together towards the end. And again, as Girza down the inside of the soft tires gets J-Rod into turn 8. Not a usual overtaking opportunity, but she's looking pretty fast. So
yes, that was easy pickings for her right there.
Yeah.
We'll see what she could do.
So Spec right now, P2. It's interesting that he's found his way up here after starting, or after being P10 at the start. So he's taking advantage of those soft tires right now. Sosa, look at that. Pulls up the fastest lap, got that traffic out of the way, and now he has to push on those soft tires to close into Maverick. No traffic whatsoever right now, and he has a pretty light car, so he must push on those soft tires for as long as they last.
Yes, this is going to be very interesting here to see how this plays out. Chris in the chat, the rules are, for every race is a little bit different here, but the rules are you have to take 5 laps of the racing hard and 5 laps of the racing medium compounds with 5 times tire wear, 2 times fuel, and the softs are unlimited the rest of the way through. So we look at Maverick here. He's got a 20-second lead, but that he needs to pit, and he's going to have to run those hards. I am not sure if Spec is in the same position, but either way for Spec, really great recovery, starting 8th, now in 2nd, and those supers are slower than a bus off the line, as we have the 2 teammates from Rockafella pitting at the same time here, and looks like Sephiroth did a little bit of a better job than LJ as far as fuel goes. Could be the cars. The vet might be a little bit better than the super here, but we have Bipolar is closing that gap on Love Juice from DNA. So you have 2 DNA team members on the podium as we speak right now, and Love Juice is doing a really great job. But the dark horses, as we see, Bipolar and Sosa.
Yeah, Bipolar and Sosa together. Sosa turning up the fastest lap of the track, and he goes down the inside again, pretty far back, but Bipolar leaves a lot of room, and yeah, I'll say no point really fighting there for Bipolar as he's on the hard tires versus those on the softs, and Sosa was committed to going down the inside there, so once again gets it done.
Yes, exactly, and you got a little flashers from Sosa, who gave Bipolar a little flashers. Yes, Chris, there is a qualifying. There's a 15-minute qualifying. You qualify on racing softs, and there is tire wear in the qualifying. If you go to SFR GT Challenge on Facebook, you can follow us there, and the Discord is in there. Is in right on the Facebook page, and we can welcome you to the fold.
If Bipolar goes in for his final pit stop, he pits in from P5. I think should be going out with either. I think he should be close to J-Rod once he comes out. Might be wrong though. But Bipolar was battling Girsa before. I think he could also be close to Girsa. So,
yeah, this is interesting here though, because there must be one more cycle of pits there for some. Oh, look at this as J-Rod comes up on Bipolar here, or Little Mac. I'm sorry, Little Mac. Bipolar
both
tucks
on the soft
in.
tires, so these two I think are going till the end. Ooh, and Little Mac covers. Yeah, that's for position. This is the final stop, guys. So. That's it. Yeah, so the guys who are yet to stop, I think, are Love Juice, Spec 1, and Maverick, whom I think must box this lap. I don't know if I'm correct. No, I'm not correct. It's hold on.
I think Maverick will go to the end and run 5 laps on the racing hards.
Yeah, you are correct, and I think that he can get away with pitting on lap 23, as that'll be 5 laps. So I think. Once he pits, we should see where he stands with Sosa, who has been overtaking many cars and has been going really quickly out there. So he's catching up to Maverick about 1 or more seconds per lap. So that's going to be really interesting when Maverick goes into the pit lane.
And we are on board here with Bipolar, looking to rail in Little Mac as J-Rod makes the pit stop to get off the hard. So J-Rod will run softs the rest of the way. We will see where J-Rod comes out. Let's see. Little Mac gives Bipolar the signal, says go ahead.
No, he's holding it. Ooh, little bit off the track, but in the run of the race, that's so good. That's so good. They're racing hard. And looks like Bipolar has it now, and yeah, Little Mac lets off the gas slightly, and Bipolar has the position.
And once again, you see in the background here how LJ and Sephiroth have been going at it this whole race, back and forth. It seems like the Supra has the edge right now over the Vet, and Sephiroth did qualify 4th, so he's net down 4 positions, but at the same time we could see how this will play out with the rest of the pit stops. Now let's get
just as you were saying that turn 8, Sosa went around the outside of Love Juice. They entered the corner side by side, so like Love Juice didn't let him by. They were pretty close into the corner, and Sosa gets around him. So that was a great move by Sosa. Once again, he's been putting on the moves.
Yeah, Sosa on those soft tires has been just making his way through the field, and you see Spec now is not that far ahead of Sosa. You got 5 seconds. Spec most likely is definitely going to lose that in the pits. I don't know if Spec has to take the racing hards or not. See, this is the intriguing thing about mixing up the compounds, as we don't know, and it's worth mentioning that if they don't run the compounds for the minimum amount of laps required, they will get a 10-second penalty per lap. So that could ruin your race completely right there. So they're doing math in their heads.
Race leader for the final time into the pit lane. He has been dominating the whole race, but I think Sosa will be pretty close, and you have some questions about that. So now Maverick he must use the hard tire, so he's gonna be in the slowest compound for the last 5 laps. Now I'm also pretty sure that Peck has to box, and I'm pretty sure he's also gonna be on the hard. So we'll see if he comes out in any train. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be in a battle of some sort. And Love Juice also into the pit lane.
And we got our eye on Sosa right now. Let's see if Sosa can jump Maverick out of the pits after Maverick has pretty much led this whole race.
Not really, not really, Rocky, but the gap is only 3 seconds, and one is on the soft tires, and the other one is on the hard tires. But this should be pretty interesting towards the end, because Sosa, his soft tires are gonna start wearing a little bit, so it's gonna become harder and harder to close the gap. So if he wants to make a move, he has to make it count right now.
Yeah, indeed. You got to get those soft tire life when you can, because it is.
Spec one out in P3, so now here's a down the inside. She almost looked like she had to avoid him there, gives him a bit of a squeeze, and now she's through, and I don't think Spec will have much to do about that since he's on the hard tires.
He's trying to warm those hard tires up right there, so they can get a little loose. Great recovery drive from Spec, though. He did start 8th on the grid. The Supers, as we mentioned, are dogs off the line, and Spec had a little bit of a fallout around T1 and making contact with his teammate. But he's put on a really great recovery drive, and Spec certainly has the speed. But Girza, let's tip our hat to Girza. She's done a phenomenal job with strategy here to put herself in the podium position, and it looks like it will stay that way, barring any catastrophic mistakes. She's done a really good job running those hard tires for that extra amount of time, which not a lot of drivers have done here. So as the field starts to separate, we'll go through the field one more time here before we wind up checking back in on what Sosa could do here, as Bipolar is in 5th and Spec is 8 seconds ahead in 4 laps. I don't know if Bipolar is going to be able to catch, but that's going to be interesting, as Love Juice is right there on the back of Bipolar. So they're all within striking distance, so Spec needs to be careful to hold on to that 4th position. And look at this. We have Little Mac, LJ back ahead of Sephiroth, and Little Mac now is the one that's in 7th place here, as these guys are getting really, really down and dirty here.
Oh, here we go with the cutback. Little Mac went a little bit defensive, and then LJ, he said, all right, I'll just take the racing line. And looks like they'll be side by side into the next braking zone. Can Little Mac outbreak him? No, LJ break the racing line. Nice racing. And these 3, good news for you guys watching, these 3 are on the same compound, and I think it's the same age, to the same amount of laps until the end of the race. So that's gonna be pretty interesting. And also really good news for you guys watching. You guys have probably been wanting a battle for the lead. Well, you've got a battle for the lead right now. It's within a second, and it's gonna come right down to the end. With 3 laps to go, so it's gonna be really damn cool to watch.
Yes, and we have J-Mag on the racing hards and Sosa on the racing softs, but they are worn. And J-Mag is going to be doing massive defending right now. He's going to make that vet as wide as possible here. Sosa's been famously going down the inside.
Oh, here we go. Is he going to do it on the outside now? Oh, they leave each other space. Oh, they are so close together. But now Sosa has the inside for the next corner. And J-Mac tries to squeeze him a little bit. Tries to turn in. No, bit of contact, but that's fine. That's fine.
It's Rubbin Racing.
Yeah, and looks like Sosa has it, but those softs are gonna keep on aging as the laps go through. So, Sosa gives it back. Okay, fair enough. So, Sosa gave it back, and he's gonna have to do it again. So that move was a little bit pushy. So now 2 laps to go, and Sosa is gonna have to try to make a move on those soft compounds. So that's gonna be pretty interesting.
Yeah, very interesting, and that's a class act move by Sosa. Both Maverick and Sosa, top-notch drivers here. And we're going to get it one more time here. We don't want to miss this. There are battles going on throughout the field like crazy as Maverick takes a lot of the inside curve. Luckily, he didn't unsettle the car there. Sosa, we will see if he's going to make a move here into T3.
Here
Maverick
we go,
goes
around
defensive.
again. Can he outbrake him? Ooh, they are both hot into the corner. Or no, Sosa is a little bit hotter into the corner. Now, he gets the overspeed. I think they are still going to be side by side into turn 3. This is brilliant racing. They are leaving each other just enough room, and this is for the win. So if you can do whatever you can right now, just push them in order. You got to do it now. And Sosa, again, outbreaks him, I think, and he's going to have a better run on the outside, and he's got him. Same place, same move, but now he looks to be further ahead for the next corner. And he has
Yes.
the inside, so...
What
J-Mac
racing
tries
here?
to go around the outside. He's still on the outside, okay? So he's still keeping it in there, but doesn't really make it happen. But this is gonna be a great final lap. These two, well, it's gonna be one more lap, and what else could we ask for? It's for the lead, so this is it.
Phenomenal racing by both of these drivers here. And Girza holding on to that podium position. She's pretty much ahead of spec by 4 seconds, so that's great. She did a phenomenal job on the hards. We're going through
Here we go,
bipolar in 5th.
Final lap. They go, the leaders right now go to the big Lauda curve for the final time. That's turn 1, and Maverick less than 4 tenths behind him, so he's keeping it close, he's keeping it tight. He could make a move. He's on the slipstream, but he's not quite close into turn 2, but maybe he'll focus on the run out of turn 3. Sorry, into turn 3, but only half a second between them. It's so close right now. But I think that Sosa right now, he's a bit too far ahead. He might have it covered, but let's see. Maverick doesn't try anything crazy. Sosa is gonna be struggling with those soft tires towards the end, towards the final 3 corners. But I think those soft tires still have enough, just about enough to get.
Yeah, what a job by both of these drivers. As you can see that Maverick does close in under braking pretty much, but Sosa with those softs is going to most likely get it done here. And what a job by Sosa here. What a job by Sosa here, and great job by Maverick as well.
Turn 8 up into Hodge and Rindt curve, and then turn 10 Red Bull Mobile. He does it for one final time. He only led the 2 final laps, but that's all that counts. You only gotta lead the final lap. And he crosses the line, and after 42 minutes of racing, they are only split by half a second. So, man, have I missed this. That was great. So now, well, we still got racing to do. Girza should be coming through the final corner about now. And
yes, Girza taking home a podium.
Interesting
Great
strategy.
job.
Yeah, interesting strategy, and she got it done. Spec 1, he was P10 at one point, comes on P4, great job.
Bipolar.
Yeah, P5, rounds off the top 5. Love Juice, looks like he's holding off LJ, he was close, and then the guys who have been together all race. LJ, Sephiroth, and Little Mac, all split only by 3 seconds, so great racing from those. They gave us a show for sure. Hutka,
unbelievable.
Last one on the top 10, and Magic Man looks like he'll be P11. A decent race from him still. Yeah, these 2 guys are rounding off the grid. They are still here, and credit to them. They gave us a good show. J-Rod, we saw him battling with Little Mac throughout the race, but looks like he didn't really have it as good as Little Mac. He comes on P12, but yeah, with everybody finished, and that was great racing, man. So
what a
close
job.
throughout the field.
Yeah, what a job by these drivers here. And I'll tell you what, Rodrigo, it proves again that strategy comes down to it all. And there you go. The only thing Sosa was missing was the pole to start it off here, and he was 2nd place, so he almost got the triple crown there. Fastest lap of the race, the win, and that was just superb racing. And I think you have to name 2 drivers tonight that I would say Girza, she did a phenomenal job as she ran longer on the hards than anybody, so very interesting strategy that did pay off. And then you have Spec 1, who wound up, as you said, dropping to 10th and making his way back. Phenomenal job there. But really, Maverick and Sosa, Class X. But what battling did we see throughout the whole field between LJ and Sephiroth teammates? They were going back and forth, trading blows. We had another group of teammates, as you see, RWB Little Mac and RWB J-Rod going back and forth. Love Juice from DNA was in the mix. So I think it really tossed the strategy around here tonight. And it was some very entertaining racing. Sorry we had the red flag to start things off. Two of them. Sorry to Rick out there, but hey, this was something else. And wow, what a race here! If this is any indication of what we could expect the rest of the way, we're in for a treat, Rod.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I mean, for me, the drivers that stood out today are, well, actually, I gotta say, the podium. It's gonna be Sosa, who took it right at the death of it. Maverick, who led most of the race, but great racing with Sosa at the end, and then and also Sosa again, like that double overtake into turn 3. He was making those moves. He was a man on a mission on the final stint, but yeah, great job. And Girsa, she showed up at pretty short notice. This is what you guys didn't see. She showed up and she didn't know she was gonna be racing tonight, but she came in and she said, "Oh yeah, I'll go in and do it." So and she comes on with a podium. So what a great way to start the season. I'm really looking forward to the rest of it.
Yeah, and as you said, Girza, she comes in last second, no practice, right into the Red Bull Ring, a track that a lot of us have missed because we've been myself and some others have been on ACC where we don't have this track anymore, and I miss this track along with Le Mans. I can go on all day of the tracks that I do actually wind up missing, but like we said, Rod, what a phenomenal job by all these drivers here. And let's just give some love to the chat here. Thank you everybody for watching. JR Sim Racing in the house. We have Jar Jar watching the whole time. My cousin Bugs. LSE, unfortunately, LSE got stuck on the grid twice. We actually, LSE, if you didn't leave, we were actually going to call another red flag because we have 3 that we could call. It just seemed like it wasn't the night, but hey, you'll be back next week. I'm sure of it. And yeah, you'll take that Audi. Actually, LSE, if you'd like, you could still switch a car because technically you didn't race tonight. But let's hope everybody will come back. And if these races are anything like I said, like tonight, it's gonna be one heck of a season, Rod.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy the whole season. We're gonna have we've had battles throughout the field today, and we've had the race win only come down to half a second. So I mean, today was, I mean, pretty crazy. It was pretty hard to keep up with all the action. So, and there was lots of overtakings and lots of different strategies going on. And yeah, I'm glad to be back with Gran Turismo, and this has left me wanting more, dude. It was really good. So, do we get to do it all over again next week?
Yes, indeed we do. Indeed we do. Hey, and then Spec just dropped into the chat. Magic Man, let her rip Tater Chip from Spec. Exactly. Magic said not his race tonight, but you know you did have some good battles with J-Rod and with Little Mac, and that is nothing new. But yeah, what a job, like we said, by Spec for you know coming back from 8th. Those supers, they're gonna need a little NOS off the line possibly for the future. But before we go, do you have the replay save, Rod?
Hold on, let me pick it up now. Almost forgot, so thanks for the reminder. We've got the replay.
Oh yeah, because we gotta, you know, we have to check because to answer Chris's question in the chat here. Most of the drivers do have a sim setup. There's everywhere from just putting your wheel on a table clamp and going there, and there's actually drivers that are on controller too. So I mean, hey, you could do it any which way. That's one thing about Gran Turismo sport that is really really unbelievable. As we'll just exit this server here, or this lobby. I'm so used to calling them servers and lobbies, I couldn't get it right back and forth. I was calling servers lobbies and now lobby servers. But yeah, there's so many different ways you can go about it, Chris. You know, most of the time people, you know, they do have wheels and they do have a stand. And like I said, you can get away with, you can get away with lower end wheels. But I'll tell you the truth, Rod, before we go, I would say one thing to everybody out there. If you're going to go out and buy a wheel right now, it used to be like your G29s. Oh yeah, there you go. Our teammate said Sep's on a controller. So exactly, he did one hell of a job for being on a controller. And Sep goes back and forth. He plays with the wheel on ACC. But getting back to what I was saying, it used to be the way to go was like go with the Logitech to your entry level wheels. But and Thrustmaster to a degree, the TGT is the higher end wheel, of course, but specifically made for this game. But if you're gonna buy a wheel now, the wheel to get is the Fanatec DD Pro, specifically made for Gran Turismo 7. It comes in a bundle right now. Check their website out. That'll be the way that you're going to want to go. It's a direct drive wheel, so look into that versus other wheels out there on the market. But yeah, everybody, thank you so much for stopping by and viewing it. Like we said, we'll be back next Thursday, 8 p.m. Hopefully no red flags, but the racing was great. Thank you to all the drivers out there. And before we actually get out of here, I'll let my partner take us away. Anything else, Rod?
I just gotta say, well, I've been saying this for the stream, but it's great to be back, and and there's a great season ahead of us. I hope that well, there's great drivers. Thanks to them for putting on the show tonight, and that's about it. Looking forward to the next race. Let me check which one it is real quick. I think it is. So next week we've got a Kyoto Driving Park and Yamagiwa plus Miyabi, the two layouts combined. We'll be doing 20 laps around the track, so yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's a difficult track, and please don't ask me to say that track's name 5 times in a row because I'll be spinning around backwards here. So yes, everybody, thank you so much as always, and we will catch you next Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. I just have to plug ourselves here. We will be doing the SimGrid race on ACC, 6 hours on Saturday at Bathurst. I am truly afraid of that track. And then we will be at SFR for ACC on Sunday on console, and then we'll be right back on GT Sport again next week for, as Rodrigo just mentioned, at Kyoto. So thank you again, everybody, and we will talk to you soon.